What's up, you guys? It is Mary.
And Amma.
You guys a like,
Subscribe
share
and comment.
down below, you guys, because today we are going to be doing something new. You know, it just was on my heart to do this today when I was praying. And I just felt like I wanted us to do something called the Daily Dose of Positivity, which is going to be a new series on our channel.
Yes.
Which, you know, I feel like a lot of times, you know, sometimes we may not be in the best place in life. And I just wanted this Daily Dose of Positivity to be a reminder to anybody who might be feeling like they're not having faith, or they might be feeling down or low or whatever. So we're going to start this today. We're basically just going to talk about the beauty of faith, and we're going to also kind of share maybe one or two stories or whatever about how faith has also helped us in our lives or whatever. And I want everybody to get down in the comment section and also tell us your stories as well.
Yeah.
But we're going to start off with a nice, beautiful, healing, cleansing breath.
Oh.
And we're just going to start by breathing in for 3 to 4 seconds, and then we're going to breathe out, okay? So let's do this together.
Yes. I have to work on my breathing. I was like,
But yes, you
I
guys.
cannot inhale that deep, but it's something you have to practice.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, to be able to get even deeper.
Yes, but you know, I feel like lately, I feel like sometimes I lose faith. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I'm not in the best spot. Sometimes I'm feeling like I'm in a negative space in my life, or I'm feeling like not that optimistic or whatever.
Yeah.
But today I just kind of realized that it's so important to really just have faith and look for the beauty in life and look around you and figure out what makes you happy, what are you grateful for, and what do you really have. It can be as simple as being able to breathe today. It can be as simple as I was able to wake up today. I saw another day. There are people who did not get to wake up today. There are people whose family have died, you know, and I just wanted to take a time to just think about what we're all faithful, what we are all grateful for, and what gives us faith. You know, one thing that I believe that continues to give me faith in this life is that I know that there's a better tomorrow. Like, you know, no matter where I am in life, like I know that I'm in a much better space than I was yesterday. I'm in a much better space than I was than 2 years ago. Like if I would tell you guys where I was 2 years ago, you would not believe it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like whenever you guys are down, whenever you're feeling sad, whenever you're feeling lonely, just be like, you know what? Today I might be feeling low, I might be feeling negative, but you know what? I remember that day when I was feeling really like crap or whatever. And and today I'm not feeling that way. Today I am grateful for this. Today I'm grateful for that. You know, I think it's just so important that we take time to really just be grateful for the things that we do have. And it doesn't have to be like, I'm grateful that I have a $30,000 check. It can just be like, I'm happy that I have my hands. I'm happy that I can write today. Like, it might seem really small and mundane. But just think, if you did not have your hands, you didn't have your hands to write, you didn't have your hands to, you know, eat your food or whatever. Say you didn't have water to drink if you were starving or whatever. You know, I feel like just take a time today to just be grateful for what you have, and just remember that it's always good to be optimistic and to look forward to what is coming tomorrow, because you might be feeling like crap today, but tomorrow you might wake up and you might be like, the sun is out, thank God the sun is out. You know, even if you're not a religious person, it's good to be grateful for the small things. You know, I'm grateful that I have my shoes, I'm grateful I have socks. Whatever it is, just take time out of your day, each and every day, to just be grateful for what you have, and to also just have faith that things will get better. You know, I feel like with you have always given me faith. Like whenever I have felt really down or felt really low, like when I was like at my rock bottom or whatever, you always told me that, you know, God loves you. You know, if you're feeling low or whatever, make sure you write down what you're grateful for. Make sure that you have that you have faith, because today might be horrible, but yesterday might have been horrible, but today is going to be better. And you have to really believe that that everything will work out, because also you have to be positive. When you are positive, good things come to you. You know what I'm saying?
And I was just thinking, when you talked about having that optimism, being optimistic is a thing of faith.
It's not easy to be
because
optimistic.
You're actually looking for something better. It's like you're expecting something joyful will come, something better will come. Just being optimistic. I've always really been an optimistic person. I will say maybe there has been just rare times when I haven't been optimistic. And for me, that's my measure. It's like, as soon as I start not being optimistic, that's when I have to check myself. Because that is really far away from the norm of who I am. Usually I'm optimistic. So when I am in a space of being depressed, not feeling any hope, I have to check myself.
Absolutely.
And, I've had those moments like that, actually just before we even got here. During the month of Ramadan. Which is the month that we fast as Muslims, right?
That's when you're supposed to feel the most faithful.
That's the time you should be feeling. If you're going to have some faith and be happy, that should be the month that you should have faith and be happy. And this was the first Ramadan in all my life that I felt hopeless.
Well, I feel like I was a little bit to blame for that.
Angry. I felt faithless. And something, I just sat in it. I was just sitting in it because I was just like, okay, I see how this is rolling. It's one thing. I just, and I was just feeling bad. I was feeling icky. And then 3 days before the Ramadan was supposed to be over, actually it was the night of power. So in the month of Ramadan, it's 30 days, right, where you fast. You don't eat from daybreak to sunset, right? And you don't eat or drink during this time. And you do this for 30 days, about 29 to 30 days, depending on the sighting of the moon, right? And 3 days prior, there are certain days that are like the night of power. And we believe that during the night of power, like Satan is bounded up.
Right.
And he cannot do any harm to anyone.
And the angels descend.
And the angels descend from the heavens. And they are here among us on earth. And so any prayer you pray, they take it back up to God.
Directly to him.
So this night of power is like very powerful. And we stay up all night.
And we even have some friends who were like, who don't even believe in Islam or whatever. They're like, well, I'm going to do it or whatever.
When is the night of power? They will call and ask, wait, angels are going to be down here?
We even have some Christian friends who are doing it. My aunt did it.
Yes. We've had a lot of people doing, and even calling to remind us, oh, Ramadan is here. When again is that night of power? Because I got to pray. The angels are here. I have to pray that day.
It's a very beautiful night.
It's a very beautiful night, and we stay up the whole night, praying and
from sunset
Quran.
till sunrise.
Yes, the whole night we're up. So
it's not as easy as it sounds.
And I was not going to observe it because I was in this space, and then you were like,
"Well, Mommy,
Mom,
I'm going to
observe Night of Power." I was like, and then a friend of mine called, and then my sister called. Her aunt was like, oh, when is the Night of Power again? I was like, oh, okay, I guess I need to do the Night of Power. And after I did this, it didn't happen right away, but the 2 days later, I started to feel optimistic again. And I was just so down during that time. But I was happy, and then something came in my mind. I watched something on YouTube, and it came in my mind about Tanzania. And I've been thinking about coming to this part of Africa, East Africa, for about 2 years. And so about 2.5 years. And when that thought came to my mind, I was just like, okay, you know something, God, I want to go. It's time for me to go. I got no money.
I don't have not one
You
dime.
have to provide, right?
Yeah, I remember
Like
that.
it was so crazy, and I couldn't even imagine where I was gonna get this money to travel, you know, and I was just like, okay. I was telling her and my son, you know, going to Tanzania. Yep, don't have no money.
Well, fast
But
forward to
if
me having
God wants
yeah.
us to have it, we will. Go ahead.
Well, the way I think you want to talk to them about how we got the money.
Oh, go right ahead.
Well, fast forward to me being in the worst car accidents I ever had in my life.
Since you were like 18.
The thing is, I've never been in a car accident, and you know, sometimes I'm not gonna lie, I do be speeding on the road, but God has always shielded me.
Yeah.
It was raining this day or whatever, and I think I was going like maybe 40, 45. I really should have maybe been going 20, 30, but I was in a rush or whatever, and
Actually,
I was.
No. Before that car accident,
Oh, I got hit before. I got hit from the back or whatever. This lady.
She got into one car accident.
Yeah.
And that was actually the one that we actually got the money for.
Oh.
So she got into this car accident, right?
Yes.
And when everything was going through, it just seemed as though
we weren't going to get the money.
Her insurance was just giving the runaround.
Yeah.
And because I had just been in this space of being depressed, whatever, I just say, you know something, it's been over a month.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to bother. 2 months passed. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm not even going to bother. I'm not going to go and be annoyed on the phone.
Yeah.
Because these people don't want to do right. And then what ended up happening, she got into a second car accident.
Well, also
And
what was
this
crazy
time-
because we had it was in the rain. I was driving, right, and there was this FedEx, and so I'm here thinking, okay, I'm going home. I'm like literally 2 minutes from my house. And there was this FedEx truck I'm going, right? So she didn't go because I had the right of way. She was like literally here.
First.
And she decided, I'm not thinking that she's going to go because why would you go? Like, I'm so close to you.
Going
she
straight.
goes anyway,
Yeah.
but she can't go. You know why? Because somebody else on the other lane decided to go as well. So she had to stay stopped. So I go and I hit her.
Yes.
And I go...
And the car is totaled.
It's literally totaled. Like, I'm shocked my legs weren't cut off. But it was literally caved in.
Yes.
And then also, was the airbag had come up. My AirPods had flew out the window into the rain. And mind you, they were on the dashboard and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So now we have no car.
So now we have no car.
So now we're like, are we going to...
The 2 months has passed.
Yeah.
Like, it's going on to 3 months now.
Right.
This other insurance, they're giving us the running around. Now the car is totaled anyway. So I'm just like, you know, so what's going to happen is, no, there's no way. Ain't nobody getting anything from this.
Yeah.
So what ended up happening was one day I was just like, you know, I had all the paperwork and all like the numbers they had given to me, you know, the case numbers and all that. So I just said, you know something? Let me just go ahead and call them this one last time before I just shred this stuff, because I'm not going to stress myself out.
Yeah.
So I decided to call on a day that the person I was working with, he
doesn't work on
Mondays.
But she called him on a
But
Monday.
I said I'm going to call and I'm just going to leave a message. And then whenever he comes in on Tuesday, you know, because I don't want anyone else to pick up the phone and then kind of give me a runaround. I just want to talk to this one person because he knows the case and everything. So I call, and he picks up the phone. He says, "Oh, I never work on Monday, but for some reason I'm answering phones today."
God.
And he's like, "Oh, yeah. I need to do something with your case. Yes, I need to send you the money. Everything has gone through, but I just need you to send me the thing for the car and all that." I sent that stuff to him. He said, "Oh, my computer. Something's going on with the computer." And I said, "Yeah, we ain't going to get this stuff. Can you just call me back in 10 minutes? I said, "Oh, I can hold. 'Cause 10 minutes, I'll stay on the phone." And he's like, "Okay." He calls. He comes back on the phone, and he's like, "Oh, what's your bank information?" I said, oh, okay, let me give that to you. I give that to him, and like 5 minutes later, that stuff was in my bank.
And it was just enough
It
for our
was
tickets.
double what I was expecting to actually come.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, God, I see you. I see you.
And what's crazy is we still did not have money, like, to actually be there in Tanzania. We did not have money for, like, hotel or to get a house or any
we actually
stuff like
we had enough. Not for the
we didn't have
housing,
a whole bunch of money or whatever.
We had enough to go.
Yeah.
We had enough to get the hotel, because that was the first thing I got.
Yeah,
I went ahead and got the
did.
hotel. As soon as I found the one we're gonna go, I went ahead and got the hotel.
Yeah.
And then now I needed money for a visa and for when we come until we get another place.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, our wonderful friend, Sister Zakia, we call her Sister Zakia, she is such a wonderful person. I mean, she's like a second mom to me. And she calls me and she says to me, you know, she wanted to send some money. And I was like, oh, okay. She sends money. In the end, she ended up sending us $1,000. Just
randomly.
$1,000. Oh, you know, wanted to send you $1,000. Okay, I see you, Allah. I see you. I see you. And right away, I was able to go and apply for our visa.
Yeah.
To come. So it was just one thing after another, and it was I felt so special because I felt like, you know, God realized that I had lost faith. Like there were just so many things that were coming at me and at us as a family, just one thing after the other, one thing after the other. And I've been dealing with so much through the years with my health that I was like, okay, I can't. Even this is too much. And I remember, you know, during the month of Ramadan, I was just saying, Allah, even this is actually quite a bit. It's too much. It's too much now. You know, I remember telling him that, and I just feel like that poem when it says that, you know, the footprint in the sand.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you saw the one footprint, and you realize that it was at that time that God carried you.
Yeah.
So it wasn't two footprints in the sand. So, you know, so that, I mean, that's one of many, like so many to count.
Yeah.
Faith stories that I have. And
but that's the beautiful thing I feel about faith is that even when things are looking bleak and you might not be feeling like things are going to work out for you, it's not easy to have faith, because the thing is you're really hoping and wishing for something that you can't see and that there's no guarantee will happen for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when you do that act of having blind faith and blind trust in whatever you may believe in, most of the time you're rewarded for that. You know, and it's not just about the reward, but it's also just being able to be faithful, and that really will help your life tremendously. Like things that you wanted, things that you hoped for, beautiful things will start happening in your life, and things will start coming and working out the way that it needs to be. But it's so important to, you know, just be optimistic even when you don't feel like it. Just think about the small things and just, you know, pray about it, talk about it or whatever to the universe, whatever you believe, you know, and just continue to push forward. I feel like that's the biggest thing about faith, is just pushing forward, because we had no idea if we were going to have money or not, but we just pushed forward and we just had faith.
And I kept on telling people, oh, we're moving.
She was telling everybody we're moving. I was looking like, girl, where's
the
money coming in?
We have to start packing up. We gotta start packing.
I think we seriously started packing up. I think that week.
Yeah.
And then
started doing like yard sales.
Yeah, I was outside in the hot sun in Maryland, like almost every single weekend. And sometimes I would only make maybe $10, maybe $30.
Yeah.
If it was a really good day, I would make maybe $80. You know. But I was just like, you know, God, I want to show you that I am helping myself, because in the Quran it says that, you know, God, I won't help you until you help yourself.
Yes.
So I was out there helping myself or whatever, stuff like that. And, you know, I also was really heartbroken at one point because I thought I was going to be able to sell all my paintings. I sold half of them. I did. But the other half, I just ended up giving them away. And these were masterpieces that I had painted and created. like I still have to update my website because they're still on there, but I have no paintings literally.
Yeah.
So we really just,
and the people who got that were so
happy. Like she said, I'm going to keep this as an investment and everything.
It really was.
Yeah. So it really was just us continuing pushing forward and everything, and that's how I feel like we were able to even be able to come to like really we kind of. I mean, I just started saying this I think today, but it's really like a paradise.
It really is.
You know what I'm saying?
Where we're staying now.
Yeah.
So it's actually the best place that we've been.
The best place we have ever lived in.
It's certainly
like ever.
And we've lived in some beautiful places, but this is this is the best, and actually the biggest, I think too.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just us 2 women, but we're gonna fill it up.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, have faith even when things are feeling bleak. You never know how your life will turn around. And, often, most of the time, you are rewarded for your faith because being faithful is not easy. It's really believing and trusting in the unknown. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, sometimes I feel like that, especially sometimes with just like my life and where I want to go and everything. I'm just like, when is stuff going to happen for me? Where am I going to find my person? But, but I sometimes have to say, you know what, Marion, what you're looking for is going to be a million times more beautiful than you can ever imagine.
Absolutely.
So sometimes you just have to be patient.
Yeah.
Faith is also really is also patient.
Yeah,
you have got to be patient, even with sometimes just like with sometimes with YouTube or whatever the case may be, whatever you're thinking that you want to come to fruition, you just have to be faithful and trust that everything will work out.
Slow and steady.
Yeah. So if you're feeling impatient or you're feeling like things aren't working out for you, this is literally your reminder or a sign for you to know.
Come again. Yes.
Yeah. So this is literally your reminder to tell you that if you came across this video, it's a reminder for you to know that have faith, trust the process, be optimistic, and just be grateful for what you have.
Yes.
Because you never know, right around the river bend, everything that you want will come your way. And I truly do believe that for everybody. But yeah, you guys, I hope you guys enjoy this daily dose of positivity.
Yes.
If you guys want to see more of this, please comment down below what you wanted to talk about next.
Yes.
But we decided to put a little more positivity on the channel and everything and stuff like that because I just had a feeling about it. Okay. So, but it's Mary
and Amma,
and we are going to do one last cleansing breath to close out today.
Yes.
So, exhale the stress. Yeah.
I went deeper.
We hope you guys have a beautiful night. Thank you guys for watching. We love you all of our beautiful subscribers and everything. We need to get a name for you guys because I keep on saying YouTube fam, but I want it to be more personable.
Oh well, yeah. You guys come up with something and see.
Yeah, see what we can call our fam here.
Yes.
But yes, y'all, it's Mary.
And Amma.
Remember to like,
subscribe,
share,
and comment
down below.